Hi, Hannah. So you're struggling here a little bit with the ages. So relative age, the idea here was that within a birth year, so from January to December, you have some students who are born in January and some are born in December. So that's a 12-month differential in terms of time to develop. So with an age group with the 8 to 12-year-old, you're starting to get a little further on, so it's not as big a deal, but it is a big deal having that 12 months difference. This is just looking at, you may have some students who are born in January who are quite ready to take on something, and then those in December would need more time to develop. So it's looking at the lesson then to see if there's ways that it's differentiated. So are there different levels built into the actual lesson itself that could allow for students of different ability levels? So in this case, you've indicated no, but you haven't indicated what you would do in order to address that situation. The training age component here deals with from age 8 to 12. You may have some kids who've now started to specialize in sport. So this will have an impact on a lesson if you've got some kids in your group who've been doing a sport specialized, and so their skill level may be a whole lot higher than those students who haven't started training yet. So the amount of training that you have, that's called your training age, and that's going to have an impact on how you're doing. And so again, you need to make sure or illustrate how this is being met. So is there again a differentiation for levels within the training program for training age, and if not, how would you go about doing that? So here when you're talking about maturity events, it's sort of taking in the idea that you're right, girls and boys, they don't mature at the same rate. So girls mature quicker. So they're actually going to develop sooner, which means, again, physically, they could be bigger, they could be stronger, more coordinated. So again, in this case, what's been done in the lesson to sort of taking a look at differentiating the different levels of strengths and abilities so that you've got different levels being addressed in the same lesson. So that's what you were looking for in the maturity events. And so in this case, and often you can see it in school pictures, the girls are often much taller than the boys because they've developed sooner. Your 10th S, which is the social culture piece. This is society values and norms. This is things like being polite, waiting your turn, being respectful of others. And so that's what this is supposed to address. So you're supposed to look at the lesson plan to see if there were situations where they're socializing appropriately with other students, other participants in the actual activity. And if there aren't situations where this is occurring, then how would you incorporate those things into the lesson? So how would you have them wait for their turn and to play fair and to be polite with others? So that's what that's sort of dealing with right there. In the executive functioning section here, the working memory. So the idea of working memory is it's not things that are in your memory already, like long-term memory. Working memory is that you're introduced a new concept and can the students remember what it is? So in this case, you're looking at in those activities, is there a situation where the students have to remember a sequence of moves or a sequence of events or specific rules? That would be the working memory, being able to remember all of that kind of stuff.